Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel At Home with Shell, and today I'll be showing you how I get the garden ready for summer. So from cleaning and oiling the decking, a bit of planting, washing furniture, chopping down trees, so I can finally enjoy the garden this summer. I really hope you enjoy watching, and it may even give you some inspiration too. So today's plan is to finally get the garden ready for summer. So we've taken everything off the decking. So I've got the patio and everything over there, all the plants over there. And then initially I just need to give the decking a really good clean. One of these circles has come off over there as well. Yeah, there's some green bits on there. So I've got some kind of decking cleaner that I'm going to try first, then jet wash it, then I want to oil it, and then we've got kind of more plants down here as well. Then I've got another couple of decking areas over here, these two circular ones. They don't normally have this many pots on, we've moved them off the other decking. If I get time I may do these as well, but I don't know if I'll have enough oil to do that today. And then yeah, just need to do a few other bits, just feed some of my plants, mow the lawn, give all of the furniture a really good clean as well, and then just get all of the cushions and everything up and get it all set up ready for summer to finally enjoy the weather. Because today is, I mean, it's a bit cloudy, but it's fairly warm. It's just very windy today. So yeah, let's get on with it. So you can see the decking is quite bad, so it's got quite a bit of green on it as well. So yeah, desperately needs cleaning and re-oiling. I started with a big brush just to remove any leaves and dirt from the decking. Normally I just go straight in with jet washing, and it can be really difficult to get some of the green off. However, this year I thought that I'd try a decking cleaner. I got this decking cleaner from Amazon. I'll link it down below if anyone is interested. I started off putting it in a bowl and trying to kind of brush it in, but in the end just kind of poured it on the decking and spread it out with a brush, which I did feel was quite wasteful, and I did end up wasting quite a lot of the solution. And you just kind of agitate it with the brush to then do its magic, I suppose. I did get most of the worst bits doing it like this, and then Arabella actually suggested using a pressure water sprayer that I've got in the garage. So filled that with some of the solution, and Arabella essentially sprayed whilst I then brushed it, and that worked out so much better. So I've left it for about half an hour, just while I had some lunch, and it seems like all the green has actually come off. So this is just kind of like mud and bits left on. So hopefully if I give it a quick jet wash, it won't take me nowhere long as it normally does. So once I'd left it, I then jet washed the patio, and the green came away so easily. A lot of it had already gone. The decking cleaner genuinely works, so I would definitely recommend that. Although it did still take quite a while to jet wash it. As you can see, it's quite a big decking area, and I kind of do one plank at a time and wanted to make sure that it was completely clean before going in with the oil. Wow, that, I'm not even joking, has just taken me probably about an hour and a half of jet washing. It took absolutely forever. It was filthy, and I had to kind of do each plank of wood and then going in the grain of the wood. Literally took forever, so I'm going to leave that to dry, and then, I mean, it's a bit dark. Well, it's not dark, but it's cloudy, so then tomorrow I will stain it. So it's the next day now. I let the decking dry, and yeah, I'm actually really impressed with how it's come up. So all of the green is gone, there's no kind of slime or dirt or anything on here, and it looks so much better than it did before. So now I need to oil it. Got this decking oil, hopefully there will be enough there, and I'm going to put this on the decking now. The shade Natural, it's quite yellowy, but I don't think I got this shade last time. Ah well, I'm sure it'll be okay. So I use the Ronseal decking oil as I prefer oil to paint on here, and then I did use this decking sponge, which does make it a lot easier to spread, although it does kind of get easier when the pad is completely wet. I found initially a lot of it was being absorbed by the pad. Again, I worked plank by plank, going with the grain of the wood, and this job definitely took me a lot longer than anticipated. So I got quite a bit done. I basically just continued until I'd run out on that tray. I don't know if I'll have enough. I don't think I will. And I do still need to do those two over there. So I'll order another one and then see how far I get. And it does actually say you need 2 coats. But I don't know if my back can take it. I might need Nick to do the other coat. I let it dry overnight and then was back out again the following day to put on a second coat. The paint pad that I had wasn't actually looking that great. A lot of it had lifted up, so I bought this long brush to use instead, and this gave much better coverage than the pad and found it a bit easier and quicker, so would recommend using the long brush over the pad if you are oiling decking. So that was the decking all cleaned and oiled. So then another day I then gave the furniture a really good clean before placing that back onto the decking as well. Once the furniture was clean, I started to put some plants on the decking. I wanted some climbing plants up this fence just to brighten it up a little bit, and a few people had recommended jasmine, so got 3 jasmine climbing plants in pots, and hopefully in time they'll grow up the fence and just add a bit of colour as well as a lovely scent. Nick then started to put some of the pots back on with the olive tree, which is so heavy. We got this at the end of last year, I think, so he had to kind of roll that into place and pop that back into the corner. I've had these Annabelle hydrangeas in these pots a couple of years now, and they look so lovely when they flower behind the corner sofa. They do grow quite tall, but if we get heavy rain, sometimes the flower head will fall. So I added in some more sticks and then just tied a few of the stems to give them a little bit of extra support. Nick and I then added the clean corner sofa and table to the decking, along with the lounger which we got in the sale at the end of summer last year. So it's nice that I'll finally be able to use it as it's sat in the garage all over winter. We did actually get this corner sofa years ago. It's not the best quality, but it's completely fine. I would love to replace it with one that matches our table and now the lounger as well. Is from Bramblecrest and they are quite expensive, so it's just not a priority at the moment, maybe in time. So once all of the plants were back on the decking, it took quite a while to do that, had a bit of a little faff around with the position of them, and then added in the cushions which we had stored in the garage over winter. Next it was time to cut the lawn, which was well overdue, a good cut, and had actually gotten quite long, but is looking actually really healthy at the moment. And I think the thing is with lawns that you really have to invest in them during the spring, and then it definitely pays off come summer. I'm not sure what the name of this is, but it is absolutely huge. We actually got it because it covers the post where the electrics are for the outdoor lighting, and it's just grown so much that now it almost completely covers the water feature and interferes with it a little bit. So just wanted to cut back a few of the leaves, and I think that looks much better now. I had some lilies in these pots, and they've already flowered. I do love lilies, but yeah, they just don't give you much flowering, do they? So decided to move them into a couple of pots until next year when they'll flower again, and then replaced them with these little fuchsias, which will just flower all summer and look really pretty too. Nick then got out the hedge trimmer and trimmed this hedge back, as it had grown so thick over the spring and was kind of getting a bit uncontrollable and just encroaching on the garden a little bit too much, and it was actually growing really tall as well. We did ask the neighbours if they minded, but they said they didn't actually mind and quite liked it. So once he'd done the front of it, he then had to get the step ladder out to be able to reach the top, and I just think it looks so much better now. And then we pretty much filled the garden bin with all of the branches. Nick was really not happy at this moment, as he had really bad hay fever, and I think, yeah, cutting down the hedge hadn't really helped. We actually borrowed this leaf kind of sucker thing off one of our friends, and we probably do need to get one actually. So once we'd got the majority of the leaves up, we then used that until unfortunately it ran out of battery. So then we went and did that another day, but the bin was pretty much full at that point anyway. I then did a bit of deadheading of some of the flowers just to promote a little bit of more growth and tidy them up a bit. Genuinely, I spend most evenings doing something in the garden. It's actually really time consuming to maintain a nice garden. I feel like in the summer it's like having another room of the house that you have to kind of do stuff. So yeah, very time consuming, but for me it's definitely worth it, and I get quite a lot of joy out of it too. So we then got the barbecue out, as we were having a barbecue later on this evening, so we could sit out and enjoy the garden. And then Nick gave it a really good clean. He always cleans it in the same way. We just simply heat it up and then basically use half an onion on the grill, and it just always cleans it really well. Each week I like to feed my plants, and I use Tomarite, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is actually made for tomatoes and vegetables, but I think that it does wonders for my plants. My dad always swears by it too, so I just put a cap in a watering can and then give all the plants a really good feed. I'd already cleaned the patio previously, so just needed to give a quick wipe over the table and then we are all barbecue ready. So after a lot of work, the garden is now ready for summer. I still need to oil the circular decking area, and then I do want to cut down this tree as well. It's just a little bit overbearing, but the bin is currently full, so we'll need to do that next week when it's been emptied. So I really hope that you have enjoyed this video, seeing how we get the garden summer ready. If you do want to see how we transformed our new build garden into what it is now, then I will link that video down below. So this is then what the garden looks like at night, and it's so nice now just to be able to sit out here and enjoy it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.